We are the Untold Stories Project. Tonight we present a brand new episode of Born of Rage, our Wolf the Apocalypse game set in White Wolf's World of Darkness. My name is Jonesy, and I'll be your storyteller this evening. Quick note about for those unfamiliar with the World of Darkness, this is a horror setting where the players take on the role of monsters. In our case, Guru, better known as werewolves to the common folk. Um, a quick note about the content of the stream: since it is a horror game, the players may engage in adult language and content at times, including graphic violence, because they are, well, giant rage monsters. They may also encounter NPCs who use offensive language and are a little set in their offensive ways. Um, this is along with that, we just want to make sure that you're aware of those topics before we jumped into the night's episode. If you're uncomfortable with those topics, by all means, check out one of our other great shows. On Monday night, we have a amazing Mutants and Masterminds game run by our player Alex, who's the GM on that. We also have an amazing podcast for Pathfinder, which is run by Aaron, also one of our players tonight. Um, uh, and with that, I will actually turn it over for the pact for them to introduce themselves.
Nothing about Monster of the Week tomorrow night?
You haven't earned a shout out yet. Get back in your hole, Carbine.
Oh,
I'm
But
kidding.
that's the thing I do.
but you're not running it, so
No,
yeah. So I
I'm
was
not
gonna-
running it. Fair enough. But I'm going to be in it. So there we go.
Yes.
In it,
Speaking of which, let's turn it over to the pack so they can introduce themselves to everyone.
Hi, I'm Alex. I am the overly rude Darren, who is a Get Fenris Arun. Yeah, former New York City homicide detective turned Nexus Slayer, and I finally have my big fuck off Warhammer. I'm so excited. But in all seriousness, we do have a very exciting show premiering tomorrow in the form of Monster of the Week, and Andy, no, not that one, is going to be an excellent addition to the cast for that. I can't wait for that show to come out. It's going to be so much fun.
Hey everybody, I'm Aaron, aforementioned game master, host of the podcast for Something Dragons. But that's not important tonight. Tonight, I am Kennedy Blood on the Dance Floor, a Fianna Galliard who is also a very, very, very angry redheaded Irish girl, who is absolutely thrilled to think that now that we've dealt with everybody else's traumatic umbral pasts and backstories and past lives, that now we're going to go be dealing with the Fae.
Hello, I am Andy. No, not that one. And as usual, I will be playing Del. Speak softly. He is a lupus-born theurge of the Children of Gaia. Del is neuroatypical and a highly sensitive werewolf. I didn't think of anything really funny, but he thinks you look fabulous in that outfit.
Awesome. So thank you for those cool introductions. As a quick note, again, we are a very small, tiny, independent RPG channel here on Twitch and on YouTube. Our goal is to highlight settings and games that don't get as much love as the big established couple of juggernauts out there, which is great for them, but there are other games as well. If you like what we do, would you please consider letting your friends know about our content and telling them where to find it, and also liking, sharing, subscribing, all that cool stuff definitely helps us get the word out about these cool games and settings. So we do appreciate it. With that, as Kennedy alluded, the last couple sessions, the pack has been sent on kind of a scavenger hunt for lore and the like, regarding their place in the world and the pattern and Gaia's plan. Last two episodes, they were actually in a umbral shard echo of ancient Rome, where they were dealing with Darren's past life and his connection to a worm being known as the Butcher, where he picked up his fuck off hammer.
And just so many vampires. There were so many vampires.
So
There
many
were.
vampires.
Oh,
But
yeah, there really
most
were.
of them ran away, except for the ones who, drained my blood out of it.
I actually have very few memories of the ones who ran away. I mostly just remember the ones we made salsa out of.
Yes, well, Rome was well, a not nice place and full of leeches. Um, and having uncovered some ancient lore and picked up a hammer, the pack again found their way back to the wild temple that was near the foothills of outside of Rome, and activated an anchorhead leading off into the Umbra. And that's where the pack was last seen. Is there anything else the pack would like to add to the recap?
Killian found a clave.
Killian did find a clave.
Well, more precisely, Kennedy murdered a guru who had a clave and then gave it to Killian because it was more his.
Very true.
So, we are down one player, if you haven't noticed by the raccoon on our screen. One of our players is slightly under the weather tonight, and will be filling in by our pack totem raccoon. So, he might be on autopilot, and that would be our last walker ally.
Who
So,
also has a cyber- who also has a cyber arm
Mm-hmm.
yes, because
in a bit.
His cyber arm actually has the autopilot. That's why he's allowed to go on autofile.
There you go. Or he'll be played by Bit tonight.
Yes.
No. So, do you like what's happening? No.
I love what's happening. I don't care what you say, but
Bit.
No.
Run cope.exe.
So, so with that, let's go ahead and jump on in.
Sure.
The pack has found themselves on a trod through the deep umbra, a silvery pathway leading through basically a void of black ink. And you have been marching down this path for what feels like quite a while. Time is kind of hard to track where you're at. Is there anything specifically you want to try to do, or any gifts you want to use, or anything like that, while you're trudging along?
No, but I do want to turn and look at Dell and say, well, you're the Theurge. Any idea where we're going?
That way.
awesome.
Any idea where it's heading to?
No.
I was going to say, if you say that way again, I'm going to scream.
Glad I could help.
So, and grudgingly, you continue down your way.
Dell's not grudging in the slightest. But still.
And as you do,
Darren's just playing with his hammer, getting used to the weight and the feel of everything. He's just excited to be here.
Does your hammer have like Angry Birds installed on it? Is that it?
Only if I swing really, really well.
So with that, it does have a bunch of runes on it, Darren. It seems to be carved in with what obviously are guru glyphs, but also runes of a Scandinavian, Northern Europe kind of design.
Do I get any sense for what they mean? Any sort of like ancestral connection to them or anything like that?
Sure. Let's give me a roll.
This past lives thing. Got it. I'd be asking my ancestors all about that.
True.
Yeah.
Last time I saw the ancestor in question, he was dead. I don't know how that works.
Well, of course he's dead. He's your ancestor.
No, that's a very good point.
Well, yeah, but like I saw him like I don't know how time works. How does time
But we're
travel
not, yeah,
work?
we aren't there
universe?
anymore. Though. That's the point. Time doesn't really work that way.
Everybody saw the time knife. What do you want me to roll, Jonesy?
Go ahead and make me a wits and
Primal urge?
For reading?
no, I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thinking that it's going to be. Uh, 'Cause I'm thin trying to decide on two things. So let me
Hmm.
check. It's going to be wits and enigmas.
All right.
Got some of
So
that.
it was basically me debating between enigmas and occult.
Hmm. Got it. I have one
And
success.
um, you believe they are referencing uh they are referencing um some of the glyphs on the hammer itself, the
Okay.
guru glyphs. Like they're like basically someone added addendums to it.
Hmm.
And one of the glyphs that you see is the glyph for Karen, and the set of runes is around it. So maybe they're naming the Karen that it was forged at.
Hmm. Fancy.
So
Yep. Otherwise, Darren's just happily moving along with everybody. I don't know much about this Umbra stuff, so I'm sort of deferring to
cannot be
Dell's
a-
expertise,
Which is, you know, yeah.
which was we're going this direction.
Well, I mean, there is a trod, a silvery trod, a path leading through the Umbra from where we were to where we're going. Where
Right.
else do
The
you need
problem
to
is,
go?
where are we going?
What do
And
you
Find out
anticipate is
when
at
you
the
get
end of this path, Dell?
there was only one way to go at this point. So if we're not going back to where we were, we're going to where we're going. It doesn't matter.
What? Just for speculation's sake.
I mean, the Umbra of freaking Buckaroo Bonsai?
There might be a Waffle House. I don't know. Never been this way before.
Mm.
great big Waffle House in the Umbra.
It exists. You know
Oh,
it
I'm
exists.
sure. I'm sure there is a Umbral Reflection Waffle House somewhere.
Oh yeah.
And it's all full of gamers.
And goths, gamers and
Oh.
goths. Yeah.
And it's always 3 a.m.
You almost said that like there's a wistful air now that you said that. Oh.
Yeah, it is always 3 a.m. after a very good game session.
So with that, as you're going along, the black void on either side of you begins to actually take shape, slowly but surely. It seems to basically be forming a silhouette of what appears to be pine trees. And as you keep going, they take more and more form. And eventually, the silverish road dims slightly, but it's still kind of a silverish color. And the trees take on more three-dimensional shape and form. And you do see the glimmer of a moon, a full moon hanging overhead.
Do the
As
oh, sorry.
as the trees kind of cluster around the edges of this trod, and up ahead, you see what looks like possibly a crossroads.
Well, at least it doesn't look outright wormy.
Yeah, it almost looks
Huh.
pleasant.
Do pine trees in the Umbra still smell like pine trees?
Yes,
But-
they do.
Then yeah, no, Dell's just perfectly happy then. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like you're going into a truly ancient forest late at night. Um, you can hear the slight sounds of life, but they're muted. But it feels like a reflection of an ancient forest or something along those lines. And
Dell's
as
just kind of happy about this. He's just like,
uh, yeah, and as you get closer, you do see some light coming off in the distance. And as you get a little closer and closer, the light takes more and more form, and it seems to be like a true crossroads. It's going to split into three directions: east, west, and north, from where you're going. And off to the side, is a little clearing area because the forest doesn't come right up to the road. There's a little bit of breathing room between the forest and this little path that you're on. And as you get closer to it, it seems to have a small wagon on the side, pulled to the side like a cart wagon, uh, and a donkey pulled to the side of the path, the crossroad, and there's a small little campfire going. And it appears to be someone sitting, like you see the silhouette of someone with their back to you, sitting at the campfire.
This is pretty cool, but a lot. Hmm. Do we think we should approach this guy?
Fires for two-legged people.
I'm a two-legged person.
I've seen you devour a plate of bacon. You can't turn your nose up at cooking all the time.
Del just has this wounded sort of look like,
At that point, Killian's like, well, maybe they have s'mores. Um,
I think the decision's been made for us.
uh,
Yeah, let's go. Let's introduce ourselves. And if things go crazy, I mean, there's 4 of us and 1 of him, right? We'll be fine.
I think we'll be okay.
Also,
Awesome.
thank
So
you so
at-
much for the bits, Jupe. We really, really appreciate that. That was 100 bits.
Wow.
woohoo!
Hey, raccoon likes shiny things.
Raccoon loves shiny things.
Didn't even acknowledge that I subbed again.
Thank you so much for subbing again, Aaron. Who would you like to give your dice to?
Half tempted to give it to the GM, the storyteller, just to be ornery, but
I would. I absolutely would.
yeah, I don't want to die.
I have before.
Yeah, I know you have. I don't want to die. Give that to the players, please. Thank you.
I'll have to resuscitate my well, find a new Twitch account.
As you get closer, like I said, you see better look at the wagon. It's and by wagon I mean cart. It's literally got 2 wheels and a small flat a cart that's about 3 feet long, and with the two prongs out front that can be latched to the back of the donkey, so the donkey can pull it. And it's a small little frame over the top of the cart so that stuff can be stored in it. It looks like at one point it was brightly colored and brightly painted, but it's all faded and muted now. And the person sitting with their back to you seems to have a heavy clothing on, and a shawl and a scarf, and it seems to be all patchwork and quilt work, kind of laced together. And like I said, they have their back to you.
Jonesy, I forgot to ask, when we got to the crossroads, was there 3 directions total or 4 counting the way we were coming from?
4 total with the way you're coming from.
Okay,
So it's a true crossroad.
cool. We don't feel like we're anywhere near malfeasance, right?
I'm gonna say probably not.
Not with this look.
No. The sort of the virgin old growth forest is a dead giveaway.
Well, there's only one person that I don't want to run into down here in the Umbra, so as long as we're not down there, I think we'll be okay.
Flippington will feel hurt.
Yeah, I guess we'll. Kennedy, do you want to make introductions?
I suppose I can do so.
As the speaker of the pack?
Kennedy's the face man.
You're the alpha. He's the third. He knows the Umbra. But no, it's fine.
You're the Gallier. You got the people skills.
Really, honestly, you've heard how Del converses, so you probably
Fair.
are gonna have a better shot
Fair.
at literally anything.
All right. So in Hamid, Kennedy will approach, and from a reasonable distance so that you're being conversational, but hey, I don't want to startle you, but hey, I'm also not trying to sneak up on you. At about that distance, we'll just call forward and say, hey, Ellen, well met.
See, that's why we had Kennedy do that, because Dell and I would have both messed that up.
Yeah, even now I'm like, oh, he's gonna have to roll wits plus subtext or something, and like, no, not really.
And with that, you can approach, young one, and your friends.
Thank you.
Oh, what if it is Flipperton?
They call me Kennedy. This is Darren and Dell and Killian. May I ask whose fire we would be joining?
They call me Annie.
Pleasure to meet you, Annie. And she will gesture, telling everyone else to come forward.
And as you get a little closer, you can see that there's a couple logs placed conveniently around the fire. It looks like this, and there's a small. The fire is actually in a looks like a fairly well-established fire pit, like with stones and stuff laid out around it. You're guessing this is not the first time a fire has been set in this place, and that this is probably has been used by other travelers. And as you come around, you see what appears to be a rather old woman.
Have any kind of scent to her apart from the obvious fire scent?
Go ahead and make me a check. That would be a
Smell old lady check?
Yes,
perception,
but
perception primal urge.
but first I must make a log into Roll20 super quick check.
So, do you not have scent of the true form?
Not to my knowledge. I don't think I do. I don't think I took that.
Scent of the plot device.
Well, yeah. I mean, I figure we're probably okay. But I'm sorry. Now that I am logged into Roll20, which I should have been a half hour ago, I am checking. Was it wits and no? What am I?
Perception primal urge.
Thank you. If it's not for boop.
Diff will be 7.
Oh crap! Shit. Well,
But what or but
well, I just rolled with it being a 6, but my
Well,
success was a 9, so I'm okay. Oh wait, what were you getting at?
I was gonna say you also have the modifiers based on your form. So
That's correct. Make sure I
So,
roll something I like the correct.
If you mouse over, you've actually got 6 successes then.
Wait, what? No. I've
Yeah.
got 6 successes. I've got 2.
Difficulty
Difficulty
5?
was difficulty. Yeah, difficulty 5. That's 3 successes, and take one away for the 1. So I have 2 successes. Oh, for crying out loud! I'm looking at the wrong bloody roll. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you are.
I'm sorry. I was looking at Darren's roll from like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, no, that's a lot of successes. No, totally shoot. We're good. Excuse me.
So as you're sitting there, you get a smell of the fire. You also get the scent of the forest around you. You get the sense of all sorts of exotic spices and linen and stuff. Probably coming from the small little wagon next to the. You also smell the pony, and you also smell the nearby forest, but you also smell a strong, strong scent of the sea and and the ocean and the surf and um, yeah, and just
Wow.
like an ancient growth. She
Um,
doesn't smell. You don't pick up a scent of guru from the old
right.
woman. You don't pick up the scent of um, human from the woman either.
I don't think Dell knows what she is, but I think I might. I'm not going to guess though. But at this point, Dell just sort of like steps happily up, sort of close enough to the fire, and just kind of like plops down and just makes himself very, very comfortable. Like this is a very, very relaxed Dell you are seeing right now.
Well, that's unusual. Uh,
What brings you to this part of the Umbra, ma'am?
I was looking for supplies.
Have a Costco where you come from?
uh, the things I need cannot be bought in the mundane world. You're far from home.
we are. We've been traveling and are attempting to find our way back.
Well, she kind of looks towards the crossroads. Seems that your path has led you to well, a fork in the road.
Indeed, it does.
But is home where you want to go?
Where else would we go?
Well, one generally does not travel this far into the Umbra unless they're hunting for something. What is it you're seeking?
We've been on a search for answers about our past, and it's taken us to different places, and some of them very, very far afield.
Yeah.
I suppose home is where I want to go eventually, but well, I suppose we may have another place to visit before we get there.
We do have one more stop we need to make, we think, in the Umbra.
I think
Yeah, I mean we're not really sure where that goes, right, Kennedy?
we are not.
Are you a experienced traveler, Andy?
You can say that. I've traveled many of the back roads and lost trods. I always seem to end up where I need to be.
Kennedy, why don't you show her the token we're carrying? Maybe she has some insight into where it might go.
I suppose there's no harm in asking if you've ever seen a trifle like this and any idea where it might be welcome. She will reach in and fish out the little butterfly token.
Ah, I suspect it. Well, while your kind doesn't normally deal with the wild ones, as you call them, some of your tribes do.
My understanding is my family's been involved with them for some time.
Yeah, well, that would, depending on the tribe you hail from, that would follow suit. There are a number of tribes that traffic with the wild ones. She looks over towards Killian at the point and is like, but not all of your kind.
No, not so much. Some of us are certainly more inclined towards the Weaver.
Yes. She kind of looks over to Killian at that point and kind of nods. It's like, you should be careful with your new toys. They can draw unwanted attention, especially from the awakened ones.
Which Kennedy has no idea what you're talking about, but
Well,
Aaron sure does.
Darren and Alex are both in the dark.
I have like about a quarter stab that I could take at it, but yeah, Dell's like, what? So.
Um, she kind of holds up the coin and is kind of looking at it. Looks like an invite from one of the fairly well-established households.
I have some idea of what household it may be, although I don't exactly know the mailing address.
Wait a minute, it's an invitation?
Oh, they generally don't let those out to. Those are generally not given out randomly.
Dell's just kind of looking at Kennedy.
Well, I mean,
But
the other two coins both seem designed to take us to a specific place. Why would this one be any different?
and with that, she takes the coin, pulls out it looks like a stick, and kind of taps the coin on the stick, and as it does, it almost liquefies. It warps into a key. With the top part of the key having the coin piece on it, like you were looking at.
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
Someone has invited you to their freehold. Which is strange to say the least, but
When you say freehold, is that like a cairn for fairies?
yes, if my understanding is correct. I could tell you which of these roads will lead you to where you need to go, young ones, if you'd like. But
We would appreciate it. Is there anything that we could do for you in turn?
I am there's certain things I can and can't say without getting paid for my services.
Of course.
What kind of payment did you have in mind?
So secrets will suffice.
Secrets.
And with that, she's looking at Kennedy.
Great. Trying to think of what secrets I have.
I'm thinking the same thing, Aaron. I feel like Kennedy and Darren live their lives on their sleeves.
Like legitimately, it's not even an issue of like trying to be like coy. It's like I'm trying to actually think of anything that Kennedy would know that would be valuable enough as a secret to trade. I don't know. Can I make like some sort of like wits and enigmas check to at least have a clue of what I can offer?
Sure. Totally valid. Totally valid.
Because she has ranks and enigmas. I don't.
Yeah, difficulty's going to be 6.
Okay.
I was the one who went to bed at sleepaway camp, but I blamed it on little Timmy.
Well, I mean, I think that sort of secret isn't what she wants. Like, I mean, Kennedy does have secrets. I just don't think that, like, the boy I had a crush on in 6th grade was named Tommy Flanagan, but the truth is, I actually was more interested in his girlfriend Molly. I don't think that's the kind of secret she wants.
Well, she's going to be that vague, man. You start with what you know.
Yeah. Well, that's 1 success.
She's just trying to undersell us so she gets more information than she thought she was going to get.
Your best guess is that she wants something that that you've been keeping from your pack mates.
No. All right. Well, in exchange for you telling us which way, which road, which trod would help lead us to where we're meant to be, and I've not told this to anyone before, but when we were battling against the thing that was inside Orson and fighting alongside the spirals, and when Lishta sacrificed herself, I wanted to throw myself in after her, because it didn't seem right that she should die in that way and be alone.
Darren's kind of short with his words, but Kennedy, he does look at you like he understands.
You want to follow the western trad. It will lead you through the lands of the burning sands to where you need to go.
I thank you for the knowledge and for the comfort of your fire. Kennedy will then reach into her jacket and pull out a flask and take a big ol' swig and then offer it to Annie as well.
Annie will take the flagon and flask and take a shot and hand it back to you.
Dale, I don't suppose you know anything about a place called the Land of the Burning Sands, do you?
That is the sort of question I should ask the storyteller. That doesn't ring a bell, unless we're going to Vegas, in which case, great. But that?
Nope. Doesn't ring a bell.
Then Dell's response would be, no.
Sounds bad.
Doesn't sound pleasant, but on the other hand, well, we've been unpleasant places before.
Yeah.
So,
That just kind of rolls over on his back, like, ah. So, I guess when we are ready, we'll be setting off to the west.
excellent. So, the four of you, get up and head on off.
Do we know if there's a timeline for that invitation? Like we have to be there by a certain time or a certain day?
Time,
Nope.
the Umbra.
My suspicion is that we will get there precisely when we're meant to be there.
Not a moment too soon.
All of us multi-class into wizard on the way here. Okay, I got it.
I mean,
So-
we're all planar travelers, so yeah, I think we actually do all have a little bit of a wizard dip.
You tap three red mana. And with that, the pack heads on off. You follow the trod some more. As you follow it, the forest slowly begins to fade away, and the trod slowly shifts from a shimmering silverish tone to more of a gold tone. And as you do, the forest gives away, and you still see the full moon up ahead. It seems that the trod that you're on is running through what seems to be rolling dunes of sand.
This looks like the sort of place that Fia would be comfortable in.
Right? Maybe we'll run into her.
Now, wouldn't that be something?
And as you continue on, it twists and turns, and you see strange silhouettes flying off on the edges of your peripheral vision. It looks primarily like desert life. Big vulture-like birds. You see occasional looks that could be small rodents scurrying through the underbrush to get away from them. Occasionally you see what looks like maybe a hare, but has antlers.
And chocolate.
And as you're going along, the trods continue for quite a while. Like I said, it seems like you're walking for moments and minutes and hours simultaneously. And eventually, the dunes kind of give away to slowly raising hills, and then a large mountain range, and the path cuts straight to the mountain range. And as it cuts to the mountain range, it starts heading down, and off in the distance you can hear the sounds of surf. And you start going into what appears to be a city. Seems like you're approaching a city, and the city has this very early 1910, 1920s kind of aesthetic and vibe. And as you arrive, the trot very slowly starts fading out, and but the key seems to still pull you to a certain direction.
We're going to Casablanca?
I half expected this whole place to end up looking a lot more like Disney World, but this key seems to be pulling us this way.
All
It's
right.
almost warm.
Well,
Don't know that I like it.
I'm right behind you, Kennedy. We got your back. Whatever's going on.
Well, no way to go but forward, I suppose. At which point the key tells me to turn to the right.
And as you're going, you're going through like I said, it seems like the echoes of a street. It's almost like being in the Umbro, New York City, but it just feels off to you for some reason. You don't see the normal weaver spirits you expect to see in a city. You don't expect to see you don't see that kind of the little the netting over the city, the webbing that you'd see for the weaver itself to represent usually that kind of the manifestation of the power lines and the network and Wi-Fi over the city. Instead, it seems to have this slightly muted uh, appearance, but a little bit more color than you would expect in the Umbra.
Hmm.
And as you're going, the key seems to lead you to what looks like a Victorian estate. Should be a picture in the on roll 20
Ooh,
for you.
all kinds of pretty items.
Very pretty.
And the gates themselves, there's a what appears to be a silver gate out front around it. Looks kind of like a very reminiscent of like an wrought iron gate fence, but it's not iron; it's actually silver, and has the monogrammed M styling that you're used to seeing that you've seen before.
Of course it would be silver.
It's not going to be iron.
Fair.
That just means we need an iron door knocker at our house.
I'm half considering making an entire iron house.
And as you approach, I need wits and perception checks from everyone.
Yeehaw!
Difficulty 7.
Wits and perception.
That's 2 attributes.
Oh, sorry.
Well, there's always something.
I did it again.
You did.
Um,
Perception and alertness?
yes, perception and alertness. Thank
Okay.
you.
I have those too.
Difficulty?
7.
Okay. Except for the wolf.
As you go.
I botched.
Whoa, so did I. I botched hard. That is -3 successes. Nothing higher than a 4.
4 successes.
Kennedy has anxiety.
Good job, Doe.
What an odd thing that is. Usually I'm the one with it.
What do your wolf eyes see?
I actually don't know because I think Dell's colorblind when he's in wolf form, so like the building may not even appear pink to him.
I actually like that botch for Kennedy, though, because I think it's just kind of like she is
Just
somewhat
that rapid.
terrified of
So
where
rapid.
this is leading her.
Wow. Yeah.
So she sees nothing other than that M.
Excellent. And with that, Dell, you are. Um, you as you arrive, you're very much also kind of taken with um, the prettiness of the building and the whole weirdness of the area that you're in and all that fun stuff. But you do note that you can smell that same smell of the ocean that you smelled earlier. Which is also kind of reminiscent of that woman you just met.
I've been sort of thinking
Um, and as the group of you approach, Del, you hear what sounds like scuffling and fighting going on inside the house. It's very muted and very muddled, and so it's hard to pick up on. But you have the little wolf ears, so it's a little easier for you to hear. And because you hear the faint sound of sounds like metal against metal ringing.
we should go inside now.
Kennedy's just kind of walking towards the gate, almost like she's in a daze.
I
And
mean,
a-
we should go inside faster than that.
And as you are going and going through the gate and working your way up the steps, you Del, you smell the smell of iron and blood.
It smells like a battle in there. We need to go in now.
All right. Kennedy, do you want us to go first, or do you want to lead the way?
Yeah, she's just walking forward, looking for someplace to put that key.
All right, here we go.
This is so awesome. Sorry. The visual is excellent.
Remind me to tell you some stuff about that afterwards. And as you approach the front of the house, you see what appears to be two teenagers slumped over to the sides of the front porch. They seem to be bleeding. They are wearing what looks like fine chain. They have blonde hair, long blonde hair. One's a gentleman, one's a lady. Pulled back in ponytails and wearing black tabards with silver crest on them with a unicorn in black on them. They seem to have been armed with rapiers.
Refresh my memory, Jonesy. The Fae who I talked to, who seemed somewhat friendly, who warned me a little bit about Devon, was he wearing that? Did he have that same family signia?
No,
Okay.
his was red. And let me actually go and show you what it looks like.
So it's been a bit, and my notes are somewhat incomplete.
This is what the crest looks like that they're currently the two that you see are wearing.
Okay.
It's a pretty cool crest.
I mean, Aaron certainly feels a kinship to it, but
Hey, I'm pretty sure the unicorn is the tribal totem for the children of Gaia, so Dell's probably pretty happy to see it as well.
yeah.
Except that the people that were wearing it are down on the ground and bleeding.
Well, that part I don't want.
Can your mothers
Yeah.
touch them?
I mean, yes, I certainly can. Do you think we should?
If they're bleeding and not dead, perhaps.
That does sound like my kind of thing. Yes.
Yeah, we should at least, if they're alive, we should reconnoiter with them and see what the hell's
he
going
did
on.
say he did say bleed-ing, so that's a pretty good.
Fair.
I'm babbling to sort of cover because Zoom
Good,
is
trying
now
to-
trying to cover my roll 20 this and that. So I need to make the appropriate rolls for his mother's
So-
touch.
As Dell's looking over to check out the dead the down Fae. Like I said, they look like two teenagers. They look like maybe they're 16. Mostly they look human, with the exception of slightly larger eyes and pointy ears, and the fact that they're both could be, on the cover of any freaking fashion magazine because they're extremely attractive.
I have run into a snag, unless we have done something that might have regenerated our.
Oh,
our
you're out of
et
it.
ceteras. Not yet, but yeah, Del could.
During
could
the
touch
during
myself.
During the trek across the Umbra, you would have gotten your rage, willpower, and gnosis would all have been reset.
Okay.
Okay, that's helpful.
It
That's
Perfect.
was
very much so.
yeah.
Then yes, Dell is going to go ahead and touch those pointy-eared people like a mother. That came out
Did really did.
wrong. So the first roll will be for the the fella, I guess. I don't know if that matters, but
As Dell is doing that, Candy, as you approach close to the doors actually click and pop open. They don't swing all the way open, but the locks kind of unlock and pop open.
Of course they do.
They did that, you actually felt the hum off the key.
Well, this is the place where at least I was invited.
Mhm. Do you think the rest of us aren't invited?
I, 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 I don't care. I'm not going in there alone.
I mean, you gotta figure everybody who invites a guru somewhere knows all of the guru's friends are coming, right? Like,
well,
Depends on whether or not they actually consider the guru a person or property. Let's go on in. Well, after Dell's done.
oh yes. To what degree it matters, I had 3 successes for the fella and 4 for the lady, which means that they've both been touched by Adele.
by Dell's mother.
What? I love mother. No.
And with that, you touch the gentleman, then you touch the woman, and they both kind of go scrambling for they go crunching their side and they go looking for their weapons.
Oh.
Easy now, son. You're fine.
We. He just healed you. We're not here to hurt you. What's going on in here?
The lady, Valerie, her consort and agents are raiding our freehold. They're after our lord.
Who's your lord and what house is Lady Valerie from?
She's from House Baylor, and she's after her cousin, Lord Devon Mayfair.
Great. I think we have to go find this Lady Valerie.
Dell knows nothing about this. Yes. Yes, we do.
Darren doesn't either, but I'm unslinging the hammer and I'm ready to lead the charge.
I'm pretty sure I've at least mentioned the name, haven't I?
Oh no, Andy gets it. But that's just
Right, but no, I'm pretty sure that Kennedy has mentioned to the pack the name Devon Mayfair
Yeah.
as being the guy who's in her dreams and
yes.
who apparently I'm plaything.
I believe Andy's reacting to the name House Baylor.
Yep. Yes, he is.
All right, this is where I'm having trouble knowing when I'm not meta-ing.
I think the point is we should go in and help.
When in doubt, you can always ask, can I make it a Wits and Enigmas or occult roll? And I will.
Yeah, I'd like to because I feel like Baylor would mean something to Kennedy just because it's part of Irish mythology. But
Well, yes, and given that you've been specifically said during some of your downtime that you want to do research on the Fae because shenanigans.
yeah,
So yeah, go ahead and make me a Wits and Occult roll, if
Okay.
you like. You
I
can use
would.
this as well, but the difficulty for the target number for Enigmas is going to be higher.
Okay, they're the same bonus. So wits and occult. I really should have gone ahead and just bought Fey lore, but what's the difficulty then for the occult?
Difficulty is going to be 7.
Okay,
And how many dots do you have in occult?
3.
Yeah, you can always. You might be worth considering buying a specialization.
Yeah. Sometime when we are spending XP again, I will probably do that. All right, let's do it. And that's 1.
So yeah, House Baylor. From Phalor is one of the great houses. They are, supposedly in league with Baylor of mythology. Um, so yeah, unseelie at best. Uh,
All right. Well, let's. I suppose I don't. I can't say that I know. Uh, I can't say that I know your lord, but I don't think House Baylor are any friends of ours, so perhaps we can be of help.
he looks over at Dell, who's still in wolf form.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you and your Puka friend think you can help, by all means, we welcome the aid.
Yes, absolutely. Um, and Kennedy will
Woof.
unsheath her gladius.
So with that, I think it's going to be a good time to have everyone roll initiative.
I thought it.
Had a
I'm
feeling.
gonna smash something with my hammer.
Oh God,
Oh,
I wish I could justify being in Krynos, but I really don't think that's going to send the right message at the moment.
well, there's a battle going on, so I figure I can probably get away with being like, I'm in Glabro now. Or, excuse me, Hispo.
Yeah.
Dell's
All
never
right.
shifted into Glabro. Uh,
Click on your token before you roll initiative.
Yes.
oh my god, thank you for reminding me, because I would have totally not done that again for the nth time.
We're still in the
Hey.
Umbra, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Are you?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, I mean,
We're not in the really real world.
that is almost a theological question as to whether or
Yeah,
not we are
fair.
actually in the Umbra or a part of the Umbra, or it just depends on who you ask. Crying out loud. Initiative is perception alertness.
Yeah, but there's also an initiative button under the combat tab.
Oh, for crying out loud! You're right. You're right. I'm so bad at roll 20. But apparently I'm 13 for the initiative.
15 for Kennedy. Almost like she's ready for something bad to happen.
Wait a minute, why is Baylor on the initiative tracker?
Hmm.
Uh,
Isn't he a god?
I assume that meant like people from House Baylor and not the guy.
It's very
not not.
confident of you.
You don't want to face the Faust house founder.
Look, I'm
Let me
just
think.
saying it'll be a
No.
good warm up for when I punch Odin in his good eye.
I think you'd be better off punching Odin. Um, Odin might respect you having the stones to try it and laugh it off and offer you a flagon of mead. Um,
So, with that, you rush towards the front door. You push open the doors. Like I said, they popped open because the key unlocked them for you. As you look inside, you see what appears to be a couple of more members of House Scathage knocked out on the ground. You see a rather large gentleman in that, well, is blue. Um, he is standing close to 10 feet tall. He is quite broad. He has a big fuck off hammer. Um, and he is currently engaged in combat with what looks like a satyr wearing the livery of Mayfair. He's wearing the House Lannon colors of green, gold, and black. On the ground next to the front door appears to be a rather short, roundish gentleman, knocked unconscious. You see what appears to be a serving tray and drinks and stuff knocked across the ground as well. For those who would recognize them, they are looks like a couple of Bogan servants. Again, wearing the House Lannon colors. So, Kennedy, you have initiative.
do. So the blue-skinned guy is fighting someone who's wearing the House Lenon colors.
Yes, and he is currently wearing. He's not wearing any armor, but he is wearing the colors of uh, purple and gold and black.
All right. Why the hell not? Um, Kennedy is going to sidle right up next to. I don't know that he's a troll, so I won't say troll boy.
Troll
But,
boy.
yeah, but we know he is. So.
But we know he is.
Players.
I'm gonna spend a rage to shift up to Glabro.
It's the Umbra.
Is it?
Oh, wait.
That's the reason I was asking.
Well, wait, because I mean, Jonesy didn't make me spend anything when I shifted into his bow.
We weren't in combat yet,
Oh crap!
so it wasn't a question of can you do it immediately or not.
So
Oh.
you're going. I'm assuming you're going to try to shift, and this is
Yes.
where you would figure out that no, you don't need to spend a rage to shift.
Okay, then I'm gonna shift to Glabro, slide up next to the blue-skinned guy with a hammer that I totally don't know is a troll, but it's totally a troll. And say, mind if I cut in on this dance? And will swing my gladius at the elf wearing the House Mayfair or House Lenon colors. I hate everything about my life.
What?
No, I don't. I'm actually loving this. Kennedy hates everything about her life. though. Yes. So Gladius.
Yep.
That is 6 successes to hit with the Gladius.
That is going to be a hit. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
That will be 6 successes of lethal damage with the Gladius.
Awesome. So with that, yeah. Let me see if is gonna. Nope, he's not gonna be able to soak any of that. So, and he's already kind of pretty hurt. So with that, he is actually going to. Oh, am I on the? With that, he is going to actually drop to the ground. And the other gentleman looks over at you and just kind of. Seems a little like. Who and what are you? Kind of like put out. So. As you do that, you actually get a nice little snapshot of the rest of the area. You see what appears to be a across the room on the far side, leading to some other parts of the house. You see what appears to be another rather large troll. We're just going to call them trolls because you know what they are, and yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like he is making his way towards a wounded member in the House Scathage livery, the silver with the unicorn.
Mhm.
He is actually wearing armor, and it has a house crest on it, which looks like this.
I mean, I'm just going to go off on and ignore the caption on it, but just say that, anything purple and gold with a snake is probably bad.
So, and there's another troll on the Scathage on the set of, heading towards the steps. They're currently engaged in combat, and there seems to be a rather short and angry looking gentleman wearing kind of tattered jeans, biker boots, are shredded, partially shredded biker jacket, um, engaged in combat with another person in the silver, the black and gold and green livery of House Lanan. Uh, the guy in the biker gear seems to have shock red hair,
Because
um, and is currently biting off the arm of the other gentleman.
he's a red cap. Um, yeah, great. So that's all lovely. Kennedy's also going to look to the blue skinned boy and say, "Name's Kennedy. I'm no friend of House Mayfair." And will be my turn.
Sweet. And next up is Dell.
Yeah. Dell is. It's kind of a tricky thing because Dell is not entirely sure. He knows he's Team Unicorn, I think, but apart from that, he doesn't really have a terribly clear idea of who's who.
Yeah. So generally, everyone seems to be kind of falling under one of three camps. They're either wearing silver and black, uh, reds and greens. I'm sorry, silver and blacks, uh, golds and greens and blacks, or the purplish colors.
Okay,
So
so if I remember correctly, the purplish colors had the serpent, the gold, green, and black. Those are the Mayfair, and the other one is the unicorn. I seem to recall. Am I correct?
Yep.
there you go.
Oh, right. And well, that looks like hell, doesn't it? That looks very wormy. So yeah, screw those people. Dell is going to find. Well, Dell knows that he's on Team Unicorn. So if there is anybody with a unicorn livery fighting, Dell is going to go and join that fight and assist them. Which I think means he's probably heading toward the stairs.
Sweet.
Um, so I think it is the full armor. Oh yeah, no. It looks like Dell's going after the fella from House Baylor, which is not something Dell knows, but he's going to Hispo missile the guy.
Get him.
Sweet. Sorry, just gonna grab a pen real quick.
This can't possibly go wrong. Let's have a Hispo bite. Oh,
Dear God.
that is quite a number of successes. Okay, so I'm going
And
to
I was
go
all
ahead.
happy with my 6.
Hispo Missile is what his
Yeah,
team name
it
should
really
be
is.
changed
So
to.
I'm going to type that number in. I don't know if the roll 20 thing is up or not. Oh, darn. So yeah, it ends up being 10 successes
Ag.
of aggravated bite to
This one.
oh, wait a minute. I'm sheets in my take it one more time if you would.
So
Wait a minute.
next
The
to
blue
Candy,
fella?
or
No, the blue fella is. I thought the blue fella was on our side. Yeah, that fella.
the red cap. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Sweet. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. No, I wouldn't want to gnaw on somebody who seems to be like one of our friends. Yeah. The mean biting guy.
Cool. So how do you take out the red cap?
I I take out the red cap. I it's just it's almost like it's a sort of tackle. Like Dell just kind of is this furry streak that kind of like impacts with him, and they both kind of sort of roll over this way a little bit. and he dunkos for the neck. There's never anything all that descriptive and fun with Dell. He's just not that murderous.
Except that he does 10 ag. So yeah.
It's a hunting thing. It's not that violent. It's really nothing. if David Attenborough was narrating over it, it would be like the most natural thing in the world.
I
But considering the red caps, maybe it's not unnatural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as you take out Sir Redcap, you
Sir no longer appearing in this film.
I thought he was named for a minute. I was like, oh, good.
you realize that he's not. It's not that his hair's dyed red. It's just his hair has been dipped in blood and still slick with blood, which is why it's bright red.
There's some more to match it. Won't he be happy?
So, and with that, yes, you have gone. You have taken out the red cap.
Yes, Dell has quite thoroughly gone.
And with that, it is now the bad guys go.
Yeah.
Damn bad guys.
Breath of now. It's not so bad.
So, this one moves forward and is attacking the scathage up here in the far end of the room. The red cap is gone. These two are engaged in combat next to you, Dell. And it does not seem to be looking that it's going very well. Right now, they're kind of holding each other at a standstill. And the one next to you, Andy, I need to make a roll for him.
I'm going.
Because he needs to figure out what the hell you are. Oh, he actually rolled very, very well. And with that, he kind of huffs back his hammer. And it's like, no one's asked for your interference, little whelp of House Fionn. And he takes a mighty swing at you with his mighty hammer. Of course you do.
Gee, it's almost like I'm a dancer who has lots of ranks in athletics and bought a gift specifically to do that.
Yep.
Oh, well.
You can take 6 successes away from his to hit roll.
So with that, you manage to dodge out of the way of his great big hammer. He swings his hammer. But you did catch that he referred to you as House Fionn and not Fiona.
Yeah, I did.
So, Darren, what would you like to do?
Well, there's a guy harassing my friend Kennedy with a moderately sized hammer.
My fight is not with you. Don't make us take your fight down.
I'm gonna shift into Krynos and go introduce him to a real hammer.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Didn't want to start a blood feud.
To be fair, it was already going on when we came in.
I already had issues with the whole House Lennon, but I didn't want to get another household involved.
They already
All-
were.
All the Fae are involved. All of the Fae, all the time.
I got 4 successes.
Yeah.
That's gonna hit.
How much damage does the big fuck off hammer do?
Probably strength 2.
Strength plus.
So, I'm going with double checking right now, but yeah, we can go with that for right now.
Okay.
Most weapons are either strength plus 1 or strength plus 2. So.
Well, I got 8 lethal damage. Is
Yes. Yes.
yeah. I'll howl at the moon
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to do that. Oh well.
and surge forward and just start pummeling this guy.
So, sweet. So as you come in, you come running on in, shifting Krynos and pull back the hammer and just come down with it. You smash through this guy's shoulder and upper arm, breaking it and crushing it. He lets out a roar in pain, uh, but is not down. Um,
He will be next round now that I've clicked my Krynos button instead of just hitting him as a Hamid.
As you do. That you did 8. You did 8 lethal as a Hamid.
I've got 4 strength in Hamid form, and I had 3 successes. So
I mean,
And that was a really good roll too.
that was
Yeah.
no seriously. That was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
that's why I didn't even notice I wasn't in Krynos form.
Oops.
so
No,
with-
that's extremely impressive, actually.
So with that, Kennedy, what would you like to do?
I suppose trying to say I don't want to fight you wouldn't work after Darren just smashed us with the hammer.
So, actually, real quick, I need everyone now that everyone's in the room and in the house, pretty solidly, not just in the front entrance. So go ahead and make me a wits and alertness check.
Okay.
But Kennedy, big monster.
So sorry, not wits and alertness. Wits and alertness. It's gonna be difficulty 5.
3.
Three.
So,
There's a
Also
theme.
3.
So, yeah, everyone sees everything. So, as you come into the main, you've come down the main hall into the house. The main, then there's a big open area in the house, which is like some bookshelves, some sitting areas, a staircase that goes up to the second floor. There's a slight balcony that runs around the second floor, looking down at the big open area you're in right now. Hanging from that balcony are several pennants that actually have different house crests on them, including the ones you've seen, along with some others that you have not seen yet. The one that's displayed predominantly, the largest one in the center, is the green, gold, and black House Lenon crest. Along with that, flanking that predominant banner, there are there's smaller banners that have that same green background and have the monogrammed M for the Mayfair household, or the Mayfair lineage within the house. But along with that, there are also the other pennant that's displayed with some predominance in the house is the silver and black pennant with the unicorn on it.
Okay.
So the one that you notice is not hanging up is the purple one with the purple one with the tower and the snake.
Right. Which we're pretty sure is the one who is attacking.
So, and it does sound like there's some altercations going on upstairs as well as down here on the main floor.
And refresh my memory. The troll is wearing any livery he's wearing is the silver and black, or
The one that just swung the big hammer at you.
yeah.
He is actually not wearing any armor and stuff. But he is currently wearing the house colors of purple and black.
Oh, purple and black.
Yep,
Yeah.
of House Baylor.
Oh,
Oh, there you
well, in that case, never mind.
go. Turns out I actually do want to fight you.
Yeah. You're not here who I came here to have an issue with, but yeah, never mind. And yeah, so Kennedy's just going to, since he's already opened himself up by swinging his big old hammer at me and then getting clocked by Darren, is just going to make a very precise thrust at him with the gladius. doing that deep dancer lunge thing.
Cool. Yeah, he seems rather caught off guard by having a Krynos next to him.
Mm,
Most people are.
yeah,
Dancers.
but they don't suffer from the delirium, so or do they? I can't remember.
They don't.
Yeah, I didn't think so. In any case,
Prodigal.
troll
Um,
meet Gladius. Not as good of a roll to hit, just three to hit, but that will be 3 lethal with the Gladius.
He was a troll. She had a sword.
So, how do you take out the troll from House Baylor?
Like I said, just a very neat, strides forward into that deep lunge that only someone who's been dancing for the past 12 years can make look effortless, and use it to send the tip of the Gladius directly underneath his chin out through his throat.
He was a Baylor troll. She said, "See you later, troll."
Yep. And then withdraw so quickly that there isn't even any blood left on the blade.
Cool. So, and
And then, can I move after I
sure.
stab him? I'm going to move next to Dell so that he's not by himself.
Oh.
Awesome. Brings us to Dell. What would you like to do, Dell?
Okay, so if I am correct, the blue-skinned fella who Dell does not know is a troll, they are wearing the livery of House Baylor.
Yes.
Same fellow I just took out.
Yeah. Any of the ones with the little purple rings around the tokens are actually wearing the purple colors of House Baylor.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That makes it more useful. Easier
I was
to-
starting to get that impression, so very good. Well, crap. So there are actually, well, there's a close target here right at the foot of the stairs, and you said that one was going fairly evenly.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, this other one is upstairs, rather, isn't it? So Dell would not see that one. So
Nope.
yes, the
Uh,
No,
these
but
guys-
this one.
These two.
No, I meant these two.
Yeah, those two are they're on the ground floor. Yep.
Oh, are they?
Yep. They're under the little overhang, and at least these doors lead outside to the patio. These look like they lead to another back room.
Okay.
Um,
Well, how's their tussle going?
It just started.
Oh, I see.
They just engaged. So.
Oh, who am I kidding? I'm an ambush hunter. I think Dell is just going to go missile toward that fella. Because he seems to be quite distracted.
Yep.
And I can hit him from the side, so Dell's going to just sort of zip over. Sorry, Kennedy, it's nothing personal. He's going to
Fine, I was here to be your backup. I don't need you to stay by my side.
Oh, all right. And he is going to guided Hispo missile. The thing that is a troll.
Sweet.
That was less brilliant than last time, but still pretty nice. For a grand total of 7 aggravated bitey damage.
Cool. And he soaks some of that. Sweet. Now, so you go and lunge at him and bite him. Some of his armor does get in the way as you attack him, and so your teeth do kind of bite through some armor. But yeah, you do obviously taste the blood as it fills your mouth. So yeah, you definitely hurt him.
Oh
So-
dear.
What?
Well, no, because drinking Fey blood is not really well.
You're not.
Tasting
You're not.
Fey blood is not a problem for Guru, I suppose.
Yeah, you're not a vampire. So don't.
I was getting a little nervous.
Bleh.
So, House Baylor guy is going to return the favor.
He's gonna bite my neck.
He's going to attack you.
Oh,
I'm going to need a soak roll from you.
I see. I have one of those.
Sweet. Because he's attacking you with the sword he's got.
Oh, very good. So I'm going to be soaking. That
Lethal.
would be lethal.
Yep.
Oh dear. That's one success.
You take 2 lethal.
Oh no.
Hey, at least it's lethal. You can combat heal that maybe.
There's no one near
Oops.
Darren. The guy engaged near Kennedy is busy engaged with the House Scathage gentleman. House Scathage gentleman does manage to block his attack, but does get pushed back a couple feet. So he's definitely pushing back off the stairs. And that's the only combatants near you right now.
I hate to be that guy, but there is a House Lenon person right here who I think is still standing. Or what? No, I think you said that the red cap was eating his arm.
Yeah, he is actually not out, but he is in a shock. So
Yeah.
because he literally got his hand bit off.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna just mark him as down.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that
Yeah.
I,
That's brings us to Darren.
I was on mute. Sorry. Darren is going to. Wow, I feel like I'm playing catch up with both of you all.
Well, they have higher initiative, so you are.
Yeah, I guess I'll just. I'll charge the person that Kennedy's fighting.
I'm not fighting him yet.
Oh, then I will engage that person.
Hey, this person is wearing the same as another troll, and he's wearing the same house colors as the one that you just attacked. So
Yeah, I'm gonna batter this troll.
the little Scathach next to you seems rather shocked to see you because you're in Krynos form. So go ahead and attack.
Wow.
1 success.
You hit.
For 8 lethal damage. That time I was marked as being Krynos.
Yeah. Kennedy will say from behind the poor Scathach, say, we're no friends of House Baylor or of House Lenon.
So what do you want?
And for you to not die.
Top of the round.
Is the troll not dead?
He is not dead. Sorry, he is definitely not dead. He is hurt, and but he is actually wearing armor as well. So
Okay.
Punk.
But you put a big dent in it, if that makes you feel better.
It does make me feel better.
It's awesome. Kennedy is going to slide past Darren partway up the stairs, flanking this guy. Not that flanking exists in Werewolf mechanically, but, thematically. And is going to just kind of taunt the troll and say, I don't think you can hit a wee little lass like myself with that big old hammer of yours. And she is going to just my intention is to take a dodge action with my action, but basically trying to draw his attack towards me.
Okay. So go ahead and make me a manipulation and expressions check, unless there's a different ability you think is more appropriate.
No, expression works. I was going to say it would either be expression or subterfuge, but I'm not actually lying. I am basically saying, give me your best shot. So. What is the difficulty?
I will say the difficulty is 6.
Okay.
He's going to roll.
I'm going to spend a willpower point for an extra success because I would like this to work.
Heck yeah.
He's going to roll to see if he calls your he can call
that
your
was terrible.
bluff.
It's only 2 successes for the taunt.
So with that, you're trying to catch his attention. We'll see how this goes.
You know what? I'm also going to say, if it matters, I know that Lord Devon is deeply interested in my well-being.
And with that, Dell, what would you like to do?
Actually, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
The fellow that the troll was kind of getting ready to start whooping on, the fellow from House Ska.
Yeah.
Is
Scathach.
that? Yeah. Is
Yep.
it? Are they actually like fighting, or are they just like not fighting a person who was just trying to not be mauled?
The House Scathach person up there looks like he is a looks like he's a knight of some sort.
Okay.
He is a satyr, but he is armed. He does have weapons and armor.
Okay.
So-
So he is. I mean, he is able to defend himself. Then I'm
He
not
does-
gonna worry
he-
about.
Yeah, he does appear to be a combatant.
Okay, then yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about getting between the two of them. But yeah, Dell is going to just kind of snarl and go again.
Cool. I think
Not
it's a hit.
55. He did not have 55 extra successes. That would be amusing. But so 9 successes, 9 and.
It's the weirdest thing, Jonesy. I did 40 points of aggravated damage.
There you did. And with that, Dell, you have killed my troll.
Yay!
I mean, he'll feel bad about it eventually, but they weren't nice.
They are called trolls for a reason.
Oh.
Because they're big and burly and live for combat. So
And they
they're
bother
rough
people on
and-
Reddit.
And with that, they're gonna go. Kennedy, can you roll your dodge action since I know you're gonna use it?
Well, that's actually my action this time, but yes. I will dodge. That is 6 successes on my dodge.
Ooh, he gets super close to hitting you,
Okay.
but he does not. And with that, you do hear the sounds of combat coming from upstairs. And Darren, what would you like to do?
Well, there's a troll that ignored me to swing at Kennedy, so I'm going to ruin his whole life.
It's gonna sting a bit, doesn't it?
I'm going to end this guy's whole career.
Darren, be a Darren. Just get rid of this man.
Oh, you got it. 5 successes.
That's a hit. Just wait till you actually wake up the hammer.
2 lethal damage
Oh,
on 14 dice.
bad.
Sad. I'm going to spend a rage.
That is so many twos.
So yeah, he has swung he's swung his big fuck up sword at Candy, missing, but he did swing in such a way that he was able to quickly recover and use it to block your incoming attack, because he managed to soak all of your 2 successes. But you're now it's rage actions, because you're in the round.
I'm going to look at my hammer like, what the hell's wrong with you? Ulrich, wake up. Alright, there's 2 successes.
So you hit.
5 lethal that time. hold it up to my ear. Hey, I think I can hear the screams of my ancestors.
No. And with that, you manage to hit him again, but it's a glancing blow. So,
We'll get him next time, Kennedy.
top of the round. No one else spelt range, right?
No.
Top of the round. What would you like to do?
Never send a man to do a woman's work. And Kennedy's just going to stab. And I want to spend a rage because at this point I want to get upstairs and see what's going on up there. So I'm hoping to kill him and then be able to get upstairs. So yes, Gladius. 5 successes on the to hit roll.
Hell yeah.
Ugh, garbage. God, look at all those ones. 2 successes on the damage.
This troll must be made out of like trollium.
So,
Well,
With
you're
that-
an idiot.
so with that, yeah, you attack. Dell, what would you like to do?
Oh, point of order. I should have actually been able to heal it because the damage done to me was lethal, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the top of your round, you get a chance to do combat healing.
that's well. Let's do that then real quick.
It's a stamina difficulty 8 check, and it's just stamina.
Yep.
Just is there
Yep.
a handy dandy notes?
Now, you have to manually put it into the chart. The good news is that any successes is
Yeah.
you heal 1.
Right. I'm sorry. What's the diff on it? You said 8.
Yes. So, and why you're doing? Yep. So you,
There was a success there. So yes.
nope. So you healed 1.
Excellent. That will help. Since I have been losing a die for having been chewed up a wee bit.
You also you want to use the modifier on that because your wound penalty doesn't add to the difficulty of your combat healing check.
Okay.
So.
I mean, would it have made a difference if I had gotten 2 successes? Would I have healed another?
Nope.
No. So it doesn't make a difference now, but if you had got, it could have made the difference of getting a success or not.
Good
so.
point. I will keep that in mind for future soak rolls or combat healing rolls. In the meantime, so have you? I'm sorry, you haven't brought down this guy, but you guys have them both.
I got this guy this round. Don't even worry about it.
Well, the thing is, I don't know that Dell really has anywhere else to go except upstairs, and I don't think he's the person who needs to get upstairs.
Well,
so I'm
then
gonna-
come kill the troll so that I
That's-
don't have to waste my rage action killing
Basically,
him.
yes,
going
that's
upstairs.
what I'm doing. I'm coming over to the last troll standing, and I'm gonna give him the head bite.
Cool.
When asked for comment, Dell said, "Chomp, chomp, patooey, chomp."
It's just really, it's kind of alarming how good he is at killing stuff. I mean, granted, that's much of his skill set up to the point where he became a werewolf. So,
I mean,
but
you're a wolf. Biting things is what you do.
just about the entire way that he interfaces with the world. He's like, can I lick it? Can I sniff it? Can I bite it?
I didn't know wolves and toddlers had so much in common.
Yeah, so
Toddlers have
what are you
sharper
werewolf?
teeth. Oh, that would be seven ag unto control.
Ow.
And with that, you have dispatched the troll. Congratulations on killing the troll.
like the-
Speak softly, troll killer.
I think the original gag was going to be that he was carrying a large stick, but the point was that he wasn't actually doing anything violent with the stick. I don't know. I'm a little nervous by how much of a killing machine I turned out to be inadvertently.
Oh, with that, that is your action. It is now House Baylor's go. House Baylor is not doing anything.
Well, they're all dead. At least everybody you can see.
So, we did have some rage actions to get upstairs, so we will have you run upstairs as we go and take our break, because we're a little overdue on our break.
A little bit, not too much. We're only 15 minutes.
Yeah, not too bad. Awesome. Well, everybody get up, stretch, get a snack, get some water, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Indeed.